Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be an updated skincare routine video. You guys have been requesting for this video like crazy, and at first when the request started coming, I was actually shocked because I wasn't sure what you guys were seeing. Don't get me wrong, it's not like my skin is doing bad or anything, but I feel like I've had times when my skin was doing a lot better than it is now, and this feeling stems from the fact that I'm not really happy with some of the products that I currently have in my routine. And like some of the products that I have in my routine, I'm actually absolutely in love with. Like, I love them so much and I'm really excited to share. Some of them, or like one of them, like it's just there, like I don't feel like it's doing anything spectacular, so I'll change it the minute I find a better alternative. But you guys wanted to see this video so bad, and to take care of my skin I do 3 basic things, and it's cleanse, treat and moisturize. Pretty much the same thing that I had in my previous skincare routine video, and I could do a couple of things in between, not all the time, maybe a few days a week, but I'm going to be showing everything in this video so that you guys just see how I take care of my skin throughout the course of the week. And I'll be sharing my morning and nighttime routine in this video. My morning and nighttime routine is literally the same. The only thing is that I kind of switch moisturizers during the nighttime. So I switch up moisturizers. I don't use the same moisturizer that I use during the daytime during the nighttime. So yeah, if you want to see how I take care of my skin, please keep watching. Okay, so first I start out by cleansing my skin, and to do this I use my acne.org cleanser, and I've been using this cleanser for years, for over 5 years now. I've literally dropped every other thing on the regimen aside from this. I've held on to this, and it's because it's really good. It's a very gentle cleanser, which is the reason why I love it so much. The one thing that I'd highly recommend for everybody, especially for people who have oily skin, because we actually tend to do the opposite, is that we should just try as much as possible to use a cleanser that is very gentle on the skin. You know those cleansers that are very harsh, like that when you're done using them to wash, your skin feels really dry and tight? Those cleansers are not necessarily good for your skin, because I've noticed from experience when I use cleansers like that, is that my skin actually ends up producing a lot more oil throughout the course of the day than it would normally, and it's because my skin is trying to compensate for all the oil that it lost when I washed my face earlier. So try as much as possible to stay away from like very harsh cleansers and stick to something really gentle. I for one know that I'd rather go for cleansers that are targeted at people with sensitive skin than cleansers that are targeted at people with oily skin, because cleansers that are targeted at people with oily skin, most of the time they are just very drying, so I tend to stay away from them. So this is the cleanser that I use, and for the days when I want to cleanse really deeply, I go in with my For Real Luna and I pair it with the same cleanser, and I use the Luna to work the cleanser into my skin. It's one of those facial cleansing brushes that comes with different speeds, and I actually love the Luna more than like all the other facial cleansing brushes that I've come across. I've actually used the Clarisonic Mia at a point, and this literally does the same thing as the Mia, but the reason why I love this one so much is that it just comes like this, and it's made with silicone, and it makes it really difficult for like bacteria to, like, you know, grow, or it doesn't breed bacteria like most of the brushes that the facial cleansing brushes come with do. So it doesn't breed bacteria, and it's very easy to take care of, very easy to store, very easy to clean. You don't have to replace parts. The fact that I don't have to replace parts, that's my favorite thing about it, because it's going to be difficult doing that from here in Nigeria. You have to rely on someone who's always traveling out of the country, or you have to wait till you travel out to replace the Clarisonic Mia brush, and that's just stress in my opinion. So if you can get a For Real, try. And I know that they had this very big campaign in the Nigerian market about 3 years ago, but I don't know what happened, because my sister was trying to get a For Real last year, towards the ending of last year, and she couldn't find it on any of the Nigerian websites that normally carried this thing. So she had to go to the official For Real website. They do deliver to Nigeria, so if you want to get a Luna, just know that you can order it from the For Real website, and then they'll deliver it to Nigeria. They use DHL, which I think is really good, so your parcel is not going to get missing or anything. They deliver to Nigeria, and delivery takes about a week, which is really fast in my opinion, since they are shipping from either Europe or China. I'm not sure where these things live from, but they don't live from the African continent, that's for sure. So if you want to get a Luna, try and check the For Real website and just place your order there, and it will be delivered to you here in Nigeria. So on the days when I want to be really extra and really get into my pores and like remove all the gunk, I go in with a mask after I have cleansed my skin, and I do this like once a week. So I normally use this one, and this I normally get from Casabella. It's by a brand called Pure Dem, and this is the cucumber mask. It's the peel off one. They also have the rings off ones, but I love the peel off ones. I just like the feeling of peeling it off your skin. skin. So what this does is that it goes like really deep into your pores, and like it kind of extracts all the gunk that you have there. Just apply it, wait for it to dry for about 30 minutes, and then you peel it off, and it's really really good. I just use this to treat my skin like on a weekly basis, and this is not expensive. I buy it for like 490 naira from Casabella, and I don't know where else you can buy, but I know I normally get mine from Casabella. So I'm just going to apply it on my skin now so that you guys can see, and then I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then after that I'm going to move on to the other steps. I always avoid my immediate under eye area and my eyebrows when I'm doing this, so just so you know, I'm just like really really paranoid that I might end up pulling my eyebrows one day, so I don't apply it on my eyebrows. So I'm using a damp washcloth to get rid of the mask completely. Just make sure that I don't have anything left on my face. After getting rid of the mask, I'll go in with my Neutrogena Visibly Clear Blackhead Eliminating Cleansing Lotion. And this is a toner, and this is also that one product that I don't really love. It has salicylic acid as the active ingredient, but then I don't think that it's doing much for my skin. I've been breaking out a lot more often than I would in the past, and I know that this is the culprit. It's doing an okay job. It's like better than using nothing, but it's not really doing that much of the job. So what I do is I take a little bit on a cotton pad, and I just use this to wipe my entire face down. I try as much as possible to be gentle with this step. I don't want to like tug my skin too much or pull it towards one direction too often, so I'm just really gentle and just go over the skin gently with this. It has a very strong scent, and I know that some people might mind it, and it has alcohol as one of its ingredients, which I know that a lot of people don't like because of how drying it is. So once I'm done wiping down my skin, I'm just going to wait a few minutes for the toner to dry and kind of sink into my skin, and then after that I'm going to go in with my moisturizer. So I use two different types of moisturizers, one for the daytime and one for the nighttime, and they're both by Black Up. And I stopped using the Clarins Bright Plus line because I feel like it's been discontinued. I'm not sure, but then a lot of places I used to carry that product, they no longer carry it. Even here in Nigeria, even in the US, it's just really difficult getting your hands on it. So I decided to switch to something that could do something similar, but then was also easy for me to get my hands on. So I switched to the Black Up skincare range, and Black Up is in Nigeria here. You can get Black Up from any Montaigne's place, and they also like have a standalone store in Ikeja City Mall, I'm sure. So this is what I use. For the daytime, I use the Ultra Mattifying Rebalancing Fluid, and this thing is godsend. My skin has been doing so much better since I started using it. What it does is that it automatically rebalances the skin, and it leaves my skin feeling really matte, but not in a very dry, tight way. It helps with oil production as well, because I don't produce as much oil as I normally would whenever I use this. And I love to wear this first before I even go in with my primer, and my foundation has been lasting a lot longer. I really really love this. The only thing is that it's not cheap. It is really expensive. I know that on a normal day when things were good, you could get this for around like 9,000 something, but since we're in a recession, everything is like kind of double triple the price. And I know that this goes for as high as 16,000 something right now, but I really really love it, and it's something that I would highly recommend. Skincare is just that area that I don't really mind spending money on, and as long as it works and keeps my skin clear and does what I want it to do, I just tend to stick with it. And this has been working for me of late. It has a very like gel-like texture, and it's not very thick, but it just does the job. One pump will do my entire face. I don't need to use more than one pump. But the thing I find really confusing is that I don't understand why they don't push this product as much as they should at Black Up counters, because I've been using Black Up for years, and every time I go to their stand and I'd ask for something to help with my oily skin, they always recommend their primers. Nobody ever recommends this stuff, and this thing is gold. Trust me. If you have very oily skin and you're looking for something that will hydrate as well as control oil, try and use this product. I'm going to leave a list of everything that I've used in the description box, but look into this. This is really really good. To moisturize at night, I don't use the rebalancing fluid. I use the dark spot correcting night cream. And what this does is that it moisturizes nicely. It's not heavy on the skin, but then most importantly, it helps tackle the dark spots that I would normally get as a result of breakouts. So with this, like spots that will probably take about a month to clear up, they normally clear up in around 2 weeks. Like I have a breakout, a breakout. I have a breakout popping up here and one along my hairline. And with this, I won't see like the spots that these two things will leave. By 2 weeks it will be gone. So this is also a really good product, and I'm almost out, but it also has like a gel like consistency, just like the rebalancing fluid, but it's a lot more hydrating. I know that a lot of you have been asking about what I use on my body as well, so I'm going to move to body care now. I don't really do much, but then to cleanse I use the Fig Pure Black Soap, and this is really good. I alternate between two Fig black soaps. They have a turmeric brightening one. That one has turmeric as the active ingredient, and turmeric is a natural like lightening, aka bleaching. Not bleaching really, I don't want to say bleaching before anyone will come here and say I'm promoting bleaching cream, but it doesn't bleach. It's a lightening agent, and what that soap does is that it doesn't bleach you or anything. It helps to correct dark spots, it fades dark spots, and it does it in a very gentle way. But turmeric is a natural like lightening agent. It will help even out your skin tone and correct dark spots. That one sells for around 5,000 something, and this one sells for about 2,000 something. I'm not really sure what the exact prices are. I'm going to try and leave them in the description box if I find them. I've been using a lot of black soaps of late because I am trying as much as possible to use like things that have ingredients that I'm sure of these days. So I've been using a lot of black soaps, and if you guys want me to do like a video comparing black soaps that I have used of late, please let me know. But if you're in a place where you cannot get your hands on the Fig brand, another black soap that I'd highly recommend that I know that you can get from virtually anywhere, even on Amazon, is Dudu Osun. It's a very good black soap. It's been around for ages and it does a really good job. So try Dudu Osun if you cannot get your hands on the Fig brand. And to moisturize my skin, I use the Nivea Soft Refreshingly Soft Moisturizing Cream, and this is a very hydrating body cream. It doesn't sit heavy on the skin. It moisturizes deeply. I stopped using it for a bit when I moved to the UK to do my master's, but I'm back to using it now because it's easy for me to get it here. Back in the day, this used to be ridiculously cheap. You could get this for between 300 to 600 naira then, like in 2014 2013, the last time I used it before I started using it again last year, and it was really cheap. But now, since we're in a recession, everything is like double, triple the price, and this sells for between 1,000 to 1,200 naira right now, depending on where you get it from. And I really love it. It's really hydrating and it's really soft and just moisturizing, and I love the way that it smells. It has a very crisp, clean scent to it. It's not overpowering, especially for people who live in Nigeria. I know that most of the time we want it when something is really hydrating, but then it doesn't leave us feeling hot and it's not heavy on the skin. This is really good and it does a good job. And to take off my makeup on days when I've had makeup on, I use Johnson's baby wipes, and it's really gentle and it really gets the work done. I use it to remove my eye makeup and the makeup that I have on my face as well. I've tried a couple of other like brands like Huggies and Pampers, but they're never like, nothing has done what this does for me. So this is really good. I just use it to go over my face and I use it to take off everything, and it's really good. And then lastly, another thing that I do is that I exfoliate my lips, and to do this I use my Ajali Vanilla and Lime Lip Scrub. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this all over my lips because my lips tend to get really dry. So what I do is I just take a little bit. It's made with natural ingredients like sugar and lime and vanilla. It reminds me of the Lush lip scrub. So if you're not Nigerian, or if you don't live in Nigeria and you cannot get your hands on this, try and get the Lush lip scrubs. They are very similar and they do pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go over my lips with it. And then after that, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Baby Lips, and this is my favorite lip balm of all time. If you've been following me for a long time, you would know how much I love this lip balm. So I'm just going to go over my lips with it. And you can get this in Nigeria here because Maybelline is in Nigeria. You can get it from their store or from all the other like stores that carry Maybelline products. So this is really good. It's a lip balm that I highly recommend. I prefer it to Vaseline and I prefer it to the EOS lip balm, so try and get your hands on this one. This one is the Hydrate, the blue one. It doesn't leave any color on your lips when you use it. So I really love this so much. I know that a couple of you might be wondering why I stopped using the acne.org treatment that I was using in my last skincare routine video, and it's because I felt like it was just like time that I tried something else. And don't get me wrong, that treatment was working up until I stopped using it. In fact, I started using acne.org back in 2011 after a very severe case of acne vulgaris. I had tried everything at that time. I had tried Clinique, I had tried Neutrogena, I haven't tried Proactive at a point, and nothing worked till I used acne.org. But then that regimen, it doesn't allow for a lot of exfoliation. So irrespective of the fact that it was working, I noticed that my pores, they just kept getting larger and larger and larger, and I kind of like knew why, especially on my chin here. My pores were so visible and large. But then after I switched to the Neutrogena one, it's gotten a lot smaller now. And the thing is that, you know how when you wash your face and you go in with a toner and you're still able to go in and remove like the extra junk that the washing couldn't get off. With the acne.org regimen, what you do is you wash your face and then you move straight to the treatment, which requires that you apply an extra layer of something on your skin. And I just feel like I wasn't getting rid of some of the things that I needed to get rid of in my pores. It didn't allow for like proper exfoliating and proper like treatment and cleansing. It would stop the breakouts, but just know that there's a probability that you might get like larger pores with using the acne.org regimen. So that was what happened, and I just wanted something that would make my skin texture a lot smoother and kind of decrease the size of my pores. So I went with something that allowed me to like go over with like a cotton pad, and that's what I did. So I hope that this answered all the questions that you guys had, and I hope that this video was helpful as well. If you guys have any additional questions, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section. I'm going to try as much as possible to answer the questions that you guys have. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.